Hello, this is Chris. I'm here today to introduce you to Internet Explorer 9 Release Candidate and some of the features you can expect. First, you'll notice after installing that the frame is significantly slimmer to provide a maximum room for websites, so you get a little more viewing real estate, which, of course, all of us would like. Um, all the tools like your print, your save as, in private browsing, all of that has been consolidated into one drop down menu. And Microsoft wanted to focus more on websites, so they only kept essential navigation like the favorites button, and they've all been streamlined into a single row interface, so no more bulky buttons all over the place. And it gets pretty tedious whenever you get toolbars stacking up and everything like that, so it's a really nice interface. Microsoft also introduced tear off tabs. They let you easily snap pages side by side using Windows Arrow Snap. You can also drag a tab down to your Windows 7 taskbar to pin the page, so you can launch the page just like an application. A quick view of a snap is this right here, so I click and drag on the actual tab and bring it down here to my taskbar, and it says pin to taskbar. And now I have a Bing button on my taskbar, and every time I click it, I can bring up a new one. So, now next you'll notice that there's no search bar anymore. Well, the address bar and the search bar have been combined into one box to give you a single place for the start whether you want to navigate to a specific site or search for a site. Basically, you just type a URL to go to a site or words to search. So just to give you an idea, I have Bing as my default search provider, and by default IE does not share your keystrokes. However, I do choose to share my keystrokes with Bing, and they populate some data for me. So for instance, if I was going to look for the weather in my location, I'm in Huntsville, so I can do Huntsville weather. And we see it's a good 48 degrees today. It's a little bit warmer than previous days. If I ever wanted to turn this off, I can just click right here, turn off suggestions. But it's a really, really nice feature. One other thing you'll notice is that all notifications, including downloads, are now less disruptive and appear at the bottom of the browser in the notification bar. The directions are a lot cleaner, and it's easier to respond to the directions now. Let's see if we can find a website with a pop-up or something just to give you an idea of what you're looking at. I think CNN usually has pop-ups somewhere along the lines. And it's a little bit of a faster experience. I'm liking it. But basically, you'll get a little box down here that'll pop up, and it'll show you what information you need to respond to. Now, on this specific computer, I'm running a Core i7 920 Asus P6T board on 12 gigs of RAM on a 9800 GT graphics card. So what I'd like to do is show you what you can experience on the Internet Explorer test drive. This is basically going to check my frames per second, and it's just going to pound my GPU in order to see what kind of output I've got. As you see here, I'm running at a 1680 by 965 window size, and I've got one fish on here running at 60 frames per second. As you see, I'm going to increase the fish, and my FPS is not budging. We'll get 250, 500. We've got a little bit decrease, but it leveled out. 1000. I'm still running 59 to 60 frames per second. So you Quake Live people who like to play online and play through the browser, this is going to be a better experience for you. This is the Internet Explorer 9 website for the experience, so you can play with some HTML5 websites just to see how they run. So I'm just going to take you through a few of these, and just to give you an idea of speed. Now mind you that if you're wondering what kind of internet connection I'm running, it's not a cable connection. This is a dual T1, so I'm running about 3.5 megabits per second here. So this is an HTML5 website that's, as you can see, there's no flash. I'm right clicking directly on the pool table, and I can sit here and play pool just as I would in a standard flash game. I do feel that this is going to be a big change for your internet experience. We'll just have to wait and see what Microsoft does. Hope you enjoy.